Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Higurashi. So hopefully today we can learn more about how a terrible childhood leads to being a terrible adult. Let's continue. Seems to be a reoccurring theme, you know? Welcome. Welcome to the world of Higurashi Chapter 8, Matsuri Bayashi. In this world, you'll be able to recreate the story from Hanyu's point of view. Hanyu, that was the name I missed last time. Your objective is to create the June 1983 ideal to you. You'll need to collect many different fragments to make that possible. However, Takano's conviction is very strong. To overturn it, you'll need a lot of effort and a lot of fragments. I'll warn you right now, it'll be a slow and painful process. Hanyu went through it for over 100 years, and even she had to stop and give in to fate. Defeating Takano's conviction will not be easy. The trial in this world will put you through as much pain as Hanyu had to endure. You may surrender just like Hanyu did, after being emotionally worn down by the constant repetition of the worlds woven by countless fragments. When you feel like surrendering, you can end this game at any time. But if you do, the worlds revolving around your friend's fate will be limited to Onikakushi through Minagoroshi. By forgetting about this world and uninstalling this product, you will finally accept death. Just like Rika did. Your ideal June 1983 can be created by putting together 50 fragments that are scattered all over this world. To connect these fragments together, you'll need the right ones. There are 50 of them, which may be dizzying. However, this world isn't that merciless. To ease your pain, there'll be a little help for you. When you choose the wrong pieces, your only ally here will give you a sign that it's not yet time to put those fragments together. As long as the sign remains, you won't be able to connect them. You might as well go look for different ones. After you put other fragments together, you might be able to connect the ones you couldn't put together earlier. When that happens, she'll let you know. Let's put those fragments together. Then you'll be able to join the other ones too. When you connect all 50, they'll become one big fragment. There you'll find your ideal June 1983. That's when the long-awaited Matsuri Bayashi will begin. Before you peek at each fragment, why don't you line up all 50 of them first? Most of them require other fragments, so there are only a few you can actually look at. Let's try to find those first. To see the conditions for connecting fragments. Oh, this is a thing I actually have to do. I was kind of wondering, I was like, do they mean I'm actually going to do this? Just point the cursor at them. Okay, so they're talking to me, the gamer. Before anything else, let's find the ones you can look at without any conditions. This will be an extremely long and difficult trial. Let me tell you again, Hanyu challenged this for over 100 years and gave up on it. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to play this for 100 years. If you believe in miracles the same way your friends do, even if you don't live in the world where they live, if you believe in them, welcome. Welcome to the world of Higurashi Chapter 8, Matsuri Bayashi. In this world, you'll be tested to see if you believe in the world that Rika and the others believed in. A miracle only happens when everyone combines their strength. The June 1983 created by Takano is nearly indomitable. She's gathered many people whose powers are beyond the average person to her side, her backers being at the center of national authority. Even if 100 dice all rolled ones, there wouldn't even be a chance to defeat her. In other words, a miracle is the only way forward. A miracle happens only when everyone combines their strength. And you were one of them. Are you ready? I guess so. I'm more than ready. The key to a long journey is not to pressure yourself too hard. Well, let's take it at a light pace. I'll work while drinking my usual wine. Shall we begin? We have all the time in this world. Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about what we're going to be doing soon. We're breaking the fourth wall. You got to hover your cursor over things. I have a feeling we're going to actually have to do things. I've obtained new fragments. Alright, so now I actually have to do things. So it looks like at the bottom, they show you, I guess, presumably there's some things that you can watch, like they said, there's some things you can watch right away, and then there's other ones which you'll have to have other things unlocked to be able to watch them. This fragment is required first. Alright, guess we can start with that?
いやー、遅くなって申し訳ございません。今日はどういうわけか、患者さんが多くて多くて。
This is gonna be really confusing, I feel. This might take a while too. I think it said there were 7 pages at the bottom.
お疲れ様です、入江兄さん。
Tomitake stood up suddenly and saluted when he saw Irie come into the room.
そのニサというのはどうかやめてください。私は医者です。どうもその軍隊的な階級には馴染めません。せめて所長でお願いします。
了解しました、入江所長。
Tomitake, of course, knew that Irie didn't like to be called Lieutenant Colonel, so it was something of a joke. They laughed casually together. On the other hand, Takano looked rather fed up with it. She couldn't stand hearing the same joke over and over, and was even thinking about talking to Tomitake about it. But she didn't want to hurt his feelings, so she simply never had the chance. Maybe it's because of how Tomitake pronounces it, but she keeps hearing Risa. Lieutenant Colonel in Japanese is Nisa. Once she heard it that way, she kept hearing Irie Risa every time Tomitake said it. When Takano told Irie about it, he had a good laugh. Today was just a simple meet and greet, and tomorrow was the actual meeting. Tomitake had already arrived, but there would be more inspectors from Tokyo at the meeting, waiting to hear about the progress that had been made.
それはそうと、ダムのことで村中が盛り上がってるみたいですね。
それはもう村中大変な騒ぎですよ。私も役員として自治体の地元説明会に参加してきたのですが、土星と馬星のそれはもう賑やかな説明会となりました。
After the basic Hinamizawa Dam project was announced, the village was consumed with uproar. Their government retracted their plans for concessions rather early on. They made their aggressive stance clear. They didn't want the locals to take advantage of them by showing their willingness to compromise. However, that backfired horribly. As they had historical ties to the land, the government's actions only made their bond stronger. Neither the government nor the locals wanted to back down.
ひなみ沢の人は気性が激しいですものね。やっぱり鬼の血が流れてるからなのかしら。
笑い事じゃないですよ。あの説明会に夜中まで付き合わされた方の身にもなってみてください。
それはお気の毒でしたね。
いや、本当に笑い事ではないですよ、富武さん。ダム計画はどうなってるんですか？本当にこの村はダム湖に沈められてしまうんですか？
それについては東京の方でも圧力をかけています。表向きは騒ぎになっていますが、実際の裏方では かなり屋台骨がぐらついているはずです。
その圧力が早く効くといいんですがね。村は朝から晩まで賑やかで、村人の心もこのところすさんできたように思います。診察に来るお年寄りに捕まってたっぷりと反ダム論争を聞かされる時がありますよ。
付き合わなければいいのに。入江所長は人がいいから。
そうもいきません。私は研究所の所長である以前に診療所の所長でもあります。話を聞くのもケアの一環ですので。
それはとても良いことです。感服いたします。
私は東京の皆さんがうまく圧力をかけてくれて、いずれはダム計画を撤回してくれるものと分かっているからいいですが、村人にとっては先祖代々から住んできた土地を追い出されかねないと本当にすごい騒ぎです。
立ち退けと言われても引っ越せるほどのお金もなく若さもなく、立ち退き保証金の額の釣り上げが狙いだったのかもしれないけど、急にお役所の態度が変わっちゃって全面衝突。こうなってしまったら穏便に決着というのは無理かもしれませんわね。
かつては保証金に納得して立ち退きに応じようという人たちも少しはいたんですが、御三家の園崎家が強硬意見で村人をリードしてましてね。国との対決姿勢を煽っているようなんです。凱旋者みたいなのがよく騒がしくしてますし、ビラやらチラシやら機関紙やらが回覧板と一緒によく回ってきますよ。
ここに住む人にとっては大変な問題ですからね。気持ちはわからなくもありません。
そういう意味では思惑は多少違うかもしれませんが、そんな皆さんのためにもこのダム計画は早く撤回になるよう交渉を進めてほしいものです。撤回されればこの村もすぐに落ち着きのある元の村に戻るでしょうから。
もちろん分かってます。それについては東京の方で交渉を進めておりますので、もうしばらく私どもにお任せください。
東京の方で噂を聞いたんですけれど、建設省の方になかなかうまく圧力をかけられるコネクションがなくて苦労してるとか。
いや私ごときでは詳しくは知りませんが、水面下調整がうまくいっていないのではという話も少し聞きます。
Takano had powerful people supporting her, but they didn't control all of Japan. There were some things they excelled in, but also other things that they weren't too good at. Finding a way to put pressure onto the Minister of Construction fell into the latter.
冗談抜きで、ダムができますからここを立ち退いてくださいなんて話には本当にならないんですわよね。
もちろんです。それだけは絶対に問題ありません。時間がかかっているだけですので、皆さんはどうかそこは任せて研究を進めてください。穏便に済ませることができない場合は最終的な荒領事も辞さないことで意見はまとまっておりますので。
荒領事とは何ですか、富武さん。
You know, the usual.
そこは
Murdering people.
我々の領分です。入江所長は気にされなくて結構です。どうかお任せください。
そうですか。わかりました。よろしくお願いいたします。
大丈夫ですわよ、入江所長。ダム計画は絶対に撤回されますわ。だってそう決まっているんですもの。
As Takano giggled, Tomitake laughed too. However, Irie couldn't understand what was so funny, so he felt left out. Irie only understood the meaning of those drastic measures when he examined a young boy he had never seen in the village before. Okay, so yeah, it looks like each of these scenes is going to be, well, I don't know for sure, obviously, but probably smaller little bites. Like, it looks like 15 minutes or so, maybe a little less. Maybe more like 10. I don't know. But, little bites here and there. Although I guess we probably... Some of this stuff, I don't even know what this is talking about. What the heck is a queen carrier? What happens if you click on something you don't have? Okay, this fragment can't be connected yet. That's what it was saying. That you can't complete a thing if the fragment can't be connected yet. And if you have clicked on it, it'll show up as a broken piece here to let you know. Alright. This is a lot. Like, honestly, this is a lot. Like, I'm kind of getting overwhelmed a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. Repetitive apologies are required. Which we haven't gotten yet. Yeah. A bat to beat her to death. Okay, so we can do this one. I'm going to keep going for a second. I just kind of want to see what the rest of these say. So it looks like we can do these two. Okay, we can do that one. We do that one. I see a lot of, Satoshi in here. I guess maybe we'll get a little bit more backstory. Like, we got a little bit of backstory about Satoshi. Although it looks like this may be like a first-hand account rather than a, like a, you know, it's second-hand or, you know, whatever hand account. A red capsule. Okay, so can't do a lot with these last ones. We do have quite a few fragments in here, though, that we can do. So we'll get started with those. To be honest, I don't know if this is going to be, like, it looks like I can exit out. Yeah, if I want to go back to save. I don't know how much we're going to do today. I have a feeling that this is not going to be quite as easy of a hour to hour and a half like chunk like I'm used to seeing between the chapters. This is probably going to be a thing where I just say we're going to play for an hour and a half, and then we're going to be done and we'll come back next time. Based on what it looks like to me. Because it definitely seems like to me this whole thing is going to be like a, I don't know, like 3 to 5 hour experience that we may have to break, that will almost certainly have to break up into chunks. So, let's go ahead and look at this one about Irie. Group physical exams are very meaningful for our research. Although it's only for certain age groups, we can examine many of the Hinamizawan residents at the same time. It's a perfect cover for our research center. Also, because of several arrangements, we have a monopoly on the villagers' corpses, and can perform autopsies on them too. There certainly wasn't an environment this rich an opportunity for those in the medical field. Our follow-up on the work of the late Dr. Takano is going smoothly. The amount of data he compiled is absolutely astounding, He truly was an incredible researcher.
失礼します、所長。
ああ、高野さん。お疲れ様です。
先ほど東京から残りの検査結果が郵送されてきました。こちらに置きますわね。
ありがとうございます。いよいよ面白くなってきましたね。
この面白さを共有できてとても嬉しいですわ。
Takano-san is my assistant, who was sent from the Self-Defense Force. But she's far from the image I have of an SDF officer. Just like our research is being concealed. Maybe her identity is concealed too. I'm sure her name is an alias as well. I'm just a doctor and a researcher. Without Takano-san's support, it would be impossible for me to manage this institution. She's a pipeline to her clients in Tokyo, my assistant, as well as a researcher who's an expert on Hinamizawa syndrome. Her existence is absolutely necessary here. The more I think about it, the more I feel this should have been the Takano Institute rather than the Irie Institute, and she should have been the director. But that was explained to me when they asked me to take this position. My client wanted a civilian to manage this place. They searched for a person who met their requirements, and there I was. I became the director. I have a feeling I'm just a puppet on their strings. But I won't just sit here and do nothing. I was asked to research a rare disease. I'm a researcher. So of course I'm excited about that. My client's goals might be different, but I'm here out of the desire to unravel the mysteries of Hinamizawa syndrome and be the first person to uncover a new mystery for mankind.
ひなみざわ症候群という寄生虫感染症がほぼ間違いなく存在するという浮かし彫りの情報はいくらでも集まるのに、原因となる病原体が発見できないのはとても悔しいですね。
そうですわね。電子顕微鏡を使えばあっさりと見つかるだろうという期待も少しはしていたもので。
Viruses are too small to see with a regular microscope. So the invention of the electron microscope was a dramatic advancement in the world of medicine. However, it's very expensive, and there's no way for a normal doctor to acquire one. The late Dr. Takano said an electron microscope could find the cause of the disease, but it seems his theory has been proven wrong. Even Takano-san was hoping an electron microscope would find it. She was disappointed when she didn't uncover anything after all the autopsies she performed. Our research seems to be having its first snag. It has actually stalled our work for several weeks now. So we need to think about where to go from here.
となると極小の極小なのか、あるいは検体そのものに問題があるのかもしれません。
と申しますと？
例えばですが、野生のネズミの体に多数のノミが寄生していることはご存知と思います。ですがネズミの死体を調べたところでノミを見つけることはできません。宿主が死んだ時点で寄生虫であるノミの生活基盤も崩壊するからです。
宿主が死ねば寄生虫にとってそれは地球が滅んでしまうのと同じことというわけですわね。
そうです。滅びた後の地球を調べても人類を見つけることができないのと同じです。
Yeah, but the difference is that the virus, its end stage seems to be you clawing your throat out and killing yourself, so maybe it's a little different than that.
ということは、滅ぶ前の地球を調べればよいという話になりますわね。
そうですね。ただ、滅ぶ前の地球には人権があります。生きているうちに調べることは難しいでしょ
う。Examining a living human's brain. No matter how you sugarcoated it, that bore very grave meaning. From a medical standpoint, it's necessary. But we have rules and morals in this world. And we have to advance medicine within such boundaries. There was a time when I was studying lobotomies for the betterment of mankind. I don't think I was wrong. However, could I ever be forgiven under our ideas of ethics? I don't know. One day my judgment will be handed down by the devil. Whether I'm guilty or not, I have to accept it. As I reflected upon my past, I heard a voice. It was Takano-san's. It was very clear and simple, yet it struck me with surprise.
わかりました。滅ぶ前の地球を用意させましょう。
I'm startled. Sometimes the phrase advancing medicine bore the whisper of the devil, tempting us to accept sacrifices. I heard that devil whisper.
そんなに難しいことではありませんわ。ひなみ沢の住民ですでに重篤の状態で市内病院に入院しており、
Come on, Takano, you
いつ
can't
死ん
just
でもおかし
you
くない
can't just
患者
stab
を探
someone
さ
and
せ
then
るだけで
expect
す
them
も
to be
の。
like near death. That's not fair.
しかしいくら余命いくばくとはいえ自らの体を生きているうちに検体に差し出される勇気のある方がいらっしゃるでしょうか。
そんな必要はありませんわ。いずれ亡くなる方にほんの少し早くお休みいただくというだけの話ですわ。書類上ね。
In truth, we're gonna lock them in our dungeon while we slowly stab them to death. The patient would be legally declared dead even though they're still alive. And we'd perform an autopsy while they're still alive.
無理でしょう。第一、頭蓋を切開するような大手術となれば絶対に痕跡は残ります。遺体を遺族の方が見られたら不審に。
そういうところをなんと
Not
かで
if
き
we
る
say
の
they
が
died in a
私どもではあ
terrible
り
car
ませんわ。
accident.
山犬に至急条件を満たす患者が存在しないか市内病院を調べさせます。すぐに研究対象をお連れいたしますから。
わかりました。
Afterwards, you have to make sure to eat the whole brain, okay? Ah, crap! Why did the game just crashed on me? Well, that was fun. Let me, I'm glad I saved. Although, then again, getting back to speed in a visual novel isn't necessarily a difficult thing, you know? You can usually skip through it pretty quickly. Anyway, let me get back to there really quick. I'll be right back.